Hello fellow travelers, my name is John and welcome to Nitty Gritty Travelers. If you're coming to Punta Cana and are staying for a couple of days in the country, there's a couple of things you should know about how tipping works in the Dominican Republic. I worked as a waiter many years ago and I have been living in the Dominican Republic for over 11 years. So I know a thing or two about how does tipping work in the country. So let's jump right into it to see how it is. The first one is tipping at a restaurant that is outside an all-inclusive resort. When you're at a restaurant, it's customary to leave a 10% of your bill tip. If the service was exceptional, then I will suggest you to leave 15 or 20% of what you spent at that restaurant. Some restaurants add 10% to your bill and it's called gratuity or propina in Spanish. They say that is given to the waiters and to the staff, but as a very former waiter, I know for a fact that most of the time that money is not given to the waiters or to the staff. Or if it's given, it's just a very low percentage. So if you want to tip the person that is serving you, you should give that tip in cash. It's the best way to do it. If you don't have another choice, then you can leave it with your credit card, but I will suggest you to leave it in cash. Tipping at all-inclusive resorts. Something important to know is that those hotels charge you with the whole amount, the tip and the taxes and the cost per room, everything. So it's not expected or it's not mandatory to leave a tip. Now, if you're receiving an exceptional service at that resort, then you can leave a tip. For example, I do it. I leave a tip whenever I receive a very exceptional service from a waiter or from a bartender or from an instructor inside the hotel. So let's see how much you can tip or what can you tip each one of them. First, I will suggest you to have about $20 to spend in tipping each day. Probably you won't need to spend it all, but it's good to have that in the budget. $20 per day. Here in Punta Cana and the rest of the Dominican Republic, it is customary to leave around $2 or $3 to the porter, to the housekeeping $2 or $3 each day. You can leave that tip in the daily basis or when you're checking out. Something to keep in mind is that the housekeeping staff is rotating every day. So it's not the same person that is cleaning your room every day. And that's why I will suggest you to give the tip daily, so you don't give the entire amount to one maid at the end of your stay, because the other ones won't receive the money that you wanted to give them as a tip. You may add $1 or $2 to give to your bartender at the end of your drinking moment when you're at the pool and you're going to get some drinks. You can leave about $2 if the service was okay. Now, if the service was exceptional or extraordinary, very kind and very helpful, then you can leave more. That is completely up to you. Now, you can leave 2 and with that it's okay. Room service. Sometimes you just want to relax inside your room. For those moments, you can call and ask for room service. Please make sure you check with the hotel to see if they don't add any extra charges, and make sure that is included in the bill that you paid at the beginning of your stay. That person that is providing the service and taking that food or drinks to your room, you can give that person a tip of from $2 to $5. That is okay. That is incredibly good. So you can go ahead and do that. Butler service. This is a less common service in the Punta Cana resorts, but if you're staying at a very high-end hotel and you request this service, you can show your appreciation by tipping your butler about $20 per day. Spa services. While you're staying at your Punta Cana hotel and you want to get a massage, you can go ahead and do it. Before you do that, please make sure to ask, because most of the hotels don't include this service. It's paid separately. Once you get a massage and you want to show your appreciation for a very good service or an outstanding service to the person that gave you that massage, you can give about 15% of the cost of your bill as a tip. Hairdressers. Nothing will put you in a better mood than going to the salon and getting a very, very nice haircut. If that hairdresser does an amazing job, you can tip that person with 10 to 15% of the cost of your bill in the salon. Before I continue, subscribe to get more updates about Punta Cana and more information and tips. Tipping tour guides. If you're going on a tour or you're going with someone that is showing you the area and giving you information about the costumes and everything that goes on in the Dominican Republic and Punta Cana, then it is customary to give a $25 tip per day. That is because this person is taking the time to give you that information, to give you secrets that probably only locals know, and they're sharing their knowledge and they're being very nice, they're showing you the area, so they deserve a $25 per day. And if you're having a driver that is driving you around the area, at the end, you can tip that person with $10. That is okay, that is enough. It's not a lot, you don't have to give more than $10. Tipping taxi drivers. Taxi drivers are not usually tipped. You don't have to give them tip. It's not mandatory. It's not expected at all. But if the driver was very nice and provided you with a very good service, helps you with the bags, you can give that person a tip of $5. That is okay, that is enough. And that person, since that person wasn't expecting a tip, will be very happy to receive it. Now, a very important question. Should you tip the staff or the people you wanted to give a tip with American dollars, Canadian dollars, or euros, or Dominican pesos? Well, it depends. First, it's completely up to you and which money you have available at the moment. If you don't have pesos, Dominican pesos, then you got a tip with American dollars or whatever currency you have. Well, not whatever. If you're tipping that person, make sure you're giving or Dominican pesos or American dollars, Canadians or euros, because those are easier to exchange. Now, for me, I think it's more convenient to tip the staff with Dominican pesos because that is money they can use right away. They can go ahead and pay for the bus or buy food with that money. But if you don't have another choice, then go ahead and tip with American dollars or whatever currency you have that is accepted in the country. Please keep in mind the exchange rate. I will leave a link in the description below where you can check the currency exchange at that day or at the moment, because it's not the same leaving $10 than 10 pesos. 10 pesos you can't buy anything with that, but with $10 yes you can. So please make sure you have that in mind whenever you're tipping with Dominican pesos. If you like this video and want to get more information about the Dominican Republic, subscribe.